It is September 15th. Sarah Trails here. I want to talk about, I was like not even contemplating doing a live stream tonight, but there was just one person who really just pissed me off. And it pisses me off because I give a shit. I have done my research. I know how corrupt this government is. It's disgusting. I think it was William Bloom who said, no matter what this government is doing, it's much, much worse than that. Okay? So all these things that I've read in the Podesta emails and WikiLeaks and Cablegate and collateral murder in Vault 7, all these things, I mean, researching pedogate alone, the Seth Rich murder, DNC fraud, the effort that I've put into protesting the corruption, and over the past few years, I've realized that we are losing time. We are wasting time. Okay, and I don't know if we're going to have enough people in the amount of time that we have, which is who knows how long, to actually end the corruption and actually have a fighting chance. Okay. And people, this one woman, I mean, probably the dumbest person that I think I've spoken to in the last few months, was on the Become Ungovernable page, which the Ungovernable page is literally dedicated to people who want to become ungovernable or already are ungovernable, which means not voting. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, are you lost? Where do you think you are right now? But anyway, so they're like, there was a promotion for Obstruct the Vote, which is our movement to unite outside the system, unite without political parties to stop the divide, because political parties are the fucking problem. Well, one of the problems. Another one, the major one, being money in politics, and you're not going to politely ask them to stop taking dirty money. You're not going to get money out of politics until you remove yourself from the game. The game is rigged. We are always going to lose. It doesn't matter who you vote for. It doesn't matter if you vote early. It doesn't matter if you campaign hard enough. It doesn't matter if you donate enough money, because the corruption, they've already decided who's winning. Sorry to tell you, fuckers, okay? They've already decided. We have no say. So there was an Obstruct the Vote post, and it, said something like, refuse to rearrange piles of shit, because that's all voting is. It's just, every 4 years we just go back and forth and we fight for our rights, and they intimidate us and they gaslight us and they manipulate us into hating each other for whatever reasons, whether race or ideology or whatever. And they always ask me, what's your solution? What's your solution? They're like, you ain't got nothing. And I'm like, you don't even know me. You haven't asked me what my solution is. You haven't checked out my websites. You don't care about what I'm saying. You don't care that I'm saying that we have solutions. And then when you see a solution, you wouldn't even fucking know it if you saw it. So I feel like when I talk to these people, I feel like they are mentally brain dead. There's something wrong with them to see something that's good for us and to immediately reject it without any thought process going into it to determine why they feel that way. They immediately hate it because they're so fucking programmed. So I'm like, they to me, it's like Stockholm syndrome. It's like talking to an abused female or an abused spouse, and they can't fathom leaving. They can't fathom doing anything that helps their predicament, because what's the point? And it's like simultaneously they're like trying to convince me that obstruct the vote is wrong. And then simultaneously they're admitting they know this government is disgusting and corrupt on both sides. So it's like they know that, but they're so afraid of admitting that the current path they're on is wrong because they can't process the fact that the majority of the country that votes is wrong. I'm really tired. I was about to head to bed. We have to do another podcast tomorrow for the radio station, and here I am arguing with this stupid woman that like is. I don't even understand why these people are in the ungovernable group if they're still advocating for voting. It's like, are you just infiltrating, or like, are you just really like lost? But I mean, like on the Obstruct the Vote website, you can obstructthevote.org. It literally lays out point by point, like all the top reasons of what people say about voting, and it has a rebuttal for everything. So I just like normally copy and paste with this woman. And then, then she called me rude, and I was like, you know what, better to be rude than an idiot. And that's how I feel. And I never really care. I don't care about feelings too much. Put your feelings aside. There's been lots of people that have said hateful stuff to me, and on top of that, and they're wrong about what they're doing. So it's like, not only are they like angry at me and hateful towards me, but then not only that, but their mission is wrong. Their mission is corrupted. So I figure, I'm going to upset people, and maybe if upsetting them jogs their memory, jogs something in their head, like, oh, she's like, I'll be protesting and I'll have a cuss word or something on my poster, because I do that because I'm trying to make people uncomfortable enough to pay attention to what's being said. And oftentimes it doesn't work the first time or the second time or the third time. Sometimes, people have to see something 25 times for it to start registering. So, it's like, I'm like, put your ego aside, understand that you're fucking wrong right now, and take a look at this content and debate me on the fucking content. Don't debate me on how you feel right now about your fucking emotions. Look at this content. And they never want to look at it. They try and make it about me. And they say, oh, well, I don't like you personally, so I'm not going to look at the content. Or they'll say something like, you don't know me. And I'm like, from what you're saying, I know exactly who you are, because you're a dime a dozen. So how you handle those people, you just be honest with them. If they're acting like a fucking idiot, tell them they're being a fucking idiot. I don't see anything wrong with that. I supported Bernie in 2016, and I fucking wish someone had said you're being a fucking idiot, because then at least I would have questioned myself. I wish they had done it repeatedly until I woke up. I woke up the day that Bernie endorsed Hillary. I think I sat in the dark for like a few hours, maybe even a few days, and realized, I was like, this is not right. He's not who I thought he was. And then I read WikiLeaks, and then I really got to know who this asshole was that was working with the DNC the whole fucking time. And he had no respect for the DNC fraud lawsuit. He had no respect for the whistleblower, Seth Rich. He had no respect for his base to telling them the truth. And, I'm an activist, and I don't do this for money. Like, my clothes have holes in them. I don't go do anything fun. I work, like all these, you see supplies. I have supplies and protests in the background. I don't do this for any reason but to help people. So I'm not here to be mean. I'm not even here to make friends. I'm here to make allies. But I'm not going to make allies by selling out, and I'm not going to make allies by telling people what I think is going to make them happy or comfortable. I think we all need to get used to being uncomfortable because things are going to start going downhill rapidly. Our economy is getting worse and worse and worse. And the first people who are going to be affected by it are the poorest and the ones that are already disadvantaged. And that's the reality of it. So you can vote all you want. You can vote till your face is black and blue. You can vote and shove it up your cooch. It's not going to make a difference whether you submit it or you eat it or whatever. It doesn't matter. They've already decided. And if you're willing to keep voting and you know this, then you're an idiot. And someone needs to tell you that. Someone needs to tell you that you're being an idiot. And it doesn't have to be a permanent thing. You can get better. You can wise up. You can stop being an idiot like I did. I've had it with idiots tonight. If people say, well, what's your solution to not voting? It's not just not voting. That's the thing. They hear the words don't vote and they think that's all we're doing. So I'm like, if you don't have the if you don't have the mentality to research further and you just want to dismiss it, then that's on you. You're lost. You can continue doing something that's not going to make any change, or you can stand up and join a revolution that's already started here in America. The revolution has already begun. It's already started. So refusing to help is just stupid. It's idiotic. It's choosing slavery over freedom. It's choosing murder over freedom. Okay? I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.